If you have ever gone, "Why on earth does my iPhone do that?" then this is the video for you. I've collected 14 things that are often annoying, and I'll show you how to avoid them. So, let's get started. If you've highlighted and copied some text, maybe from an email, a document, or a website, and you want to paste the text into, for example, a new email, then you've probably also experienced that the content is pasted with its original formatting, which doesn't necessarily match the rest of the text in your email. Sometimes you might want to keep the formatting as it is, but what if you don't? Luckily, there's an easy solution for that. When you've copied the content and want to paste it, you press and hold your finger on the spot where you want to paste it, but instead of simply selecting paste, look for the button labeled paste and match style. If you can't see the button right away, you can tap the small arrow to the right to expand the options. You should then see it appear in the pop-up menu, and when you select it, only the plain text is pasted, without any formatting, so it matches the rest of the content. When you record a video on your iPhone, it will automatically determine whether the video should be in the portrait or landscape format, depending on how you hold the phone when you start recording. But what if it gets it wrong? If you start recording while the phone isn't completely horizontal, your iPhone sometimes thinks you want to record a portrait video, and then it looks like this when you try to play it. Luckily, there's an easy solution. First, find your video in the Photos app and tap the edit button at the bottom of the screen. Then press and hold the small arrow right next to the play button and drag it to the right, so the bar turns yellow. You now slowly drag the cursor to the moment the phone turns the image correctly, and then select Crop. In the top left corner, there is now a button to rotate the video. Tap it until the video is oriented correctly. Often, you only need to tap it once, and then you tap OK and save the video. And now your landscape video is displayed correctly. Something that can also be annoying is how calls are displayed when someone calls you. Your iPhone can display incoming calls in two different ways, either as a small banner at the top or by taking over the entire screen. A banner means that no matter what you're doing on your phone, you won't be interrupted. The call appears at the top of the screen as a small banner, and you can accept or decline it directly in the banner. Or you can just swipe the banner away and continue with what you were doing. The other way is full screen, where an incoming call takes over the entire screen, interrupting what you're doing and forcing you to interact with the call before you can do anything else. Most people prefer the banner version, but luckily you can choose for yourself. Open the Settings app, tap on the search field, then type and search for the word phone. Select the item and find the menu item Incoming Calls. Tap it, and now you can choose between banner and full screen. Now that we're in here, there's also another setting that people often forget, namely how your phone announces calls. This is the feature where the phone says the name of the person who is calling you. Tap on Announce Calls. Now you can choose between the options. Always, headphones and car, headphones only, or never. In this way, you can decide exactly when the phone should announce the name of the caller to you. The next tip is specifically for iPhones that have the camera control button. It's the small button on the bottom right of your iPhone 16 or newer. A common problem is that people accidentally open the camera, for example, when they pick up the phone. But fortunately, there's a very easy solution that lets you continue to use the camera control button, but without accidentally opening the camera. Go into Settings and scroll down and select Camera. Then simply tap on the heading named Camera Control and switch from single click to double click. Then the camera will only be activated if you double press the camera control button, not when you only press it once. You can also choose whether it requires the screen to be on for the button to work. If the setting is turned on, your iPhone must be awake and active before you can double press to open the camera. If you turn the setting off, you can double press the button even when your phone screen is not active, so you can activate the camera as you're taking it out of your pocket. If you don't like the new compact address bar that appears in Safari in iOS 26, there's a quick and easy way to change it. Simply open the Settings app and search for Safari. Select the app from the search results and then scroll down to the heading Tabs. Here you can choose between 3 different views. When you've updated to iOS 26, Compact is selected by default. If you choose Bottom instead, you get a double address bar, where more controls are visible instead of being hidden behind a submenu, as they are in the Compact version. If you choose Top, you get a split layout where the address bar is at the top of the screen, while the other controls remain at the bottom. You can try all three and see which setting you find most comfortable. If you go into your calendar and look in the bottom right corner, you'll see your inbox. And if you share your calendar with others, you've probably also experienced your inbox being filled with activities that others have created or made changes to, where you just have to tap OK to confirm that you've seen them. It's fine if there's only one or two, but if you have a long list, it can be really annoying to have to go through each one and tap OK over and over again. Fortunately, there's a hidden shortcut you can use. If you press and hold your finger on one of the OK buttons in the inbox, an OK All button will appear. Tap it, and exactly what you'd expect happens. You say OK to all items in your inbox at once. You probably already know the Shake to Undo feature. It's the one you use every time you make a mistake when typing on your iPhone. If you shake the phone, an Undo button appears on the screen. Tap it, and you undo the last action. But if you often find that the feature is activated by accident, it can be more frustrating than useful. And if so, you can actually turn it off. Open Settings and select Accessibility, then scroll down and find the Touch option. Under Touch, there's a button to deactivate Shake to Undo. Once you have deactivated the feature, you'll no longer trigger it when you shake your iPhone. And now you might be thinking that's impractical because then you can't undo anything anymore. But don't worry, your iPhone still has an undo function. If you tap the screen with 3 fingers at the same time, a menu bar will appear at the top where you can cut, copy, paste, undo, and redo. The options that are available when you activate the menu will be highlighted. In this case, you need to tap the undo button on the far left. If you've made several changes, you can tap the button multiple times to undo more than just the last change. And of course, you can also tap the redo button on the opposite side if you accidentally undo too much. When you're done, just tap the screen with a single finger to close the menu. By the way, you can also use the 3-finger trick even if Shake to Undo is enabled. If you're like me, you hate it when there are red notification badges on your apps, especially if you can't figure out why the badge is there. Notification badges are the small red dots that appear in the top right corner of an app icon. And for some reason, there are times when, no matter what you do in the app, the red badge just remains there. Last time, it was the phone app that was acting up, but it can also be other apps that have this annoying problem. Unfortunately, there isn't always a reliable solution to remove the badges, but there is a more heavy-handed method if you just can't stand looking at the notifications, and that is to disable them completely for the app that's causing the trouble. If you'd prefer not to see notification badges on a specific app, you need to go into Settings and then search for the app's name. Then select it and tap on Notifications. Here, you need to disable the setting called Badges. When it's turned off, you'll still receive all your normal notifications and the app will continue to function as usual. But the red badge will no longer appear on your home screen. By default, when you press the volume buttons on the side of your iPhone, it changes the volume of the ringtone and notification sounds. Unless you're watching a video or listening to music, in which case the buttons control the media volume instead. This usually works fine, but if you accidentally press the buttons, you risk changing the volume of, for example, your ringtone. If this is something you experience often, there's a setting that can put a stop to it. Open Settings and scroll down to Sound and Haptics and tap on it. Under Ringtone and Alerts, you need to find and disable the setting called Change with Buttons. When it's deactivated, the volume buttons only adjust the volume of the media you're listening to. If you want to change the volume of the ringtone and notifications, you can do it manually with the slider just above the button. That way, you can set the volume you prefer without risking it being changed. Macro mode on your phone's camera lets you take pictures very close up, and your iPhone can automatically detect when to switch between the regular camera and macro mode. In most cases, it works just fine. The phone recognizes when you're holding it close to a subject and assumes you want to take a macro photo. And if you're further away from the subject, it will automatically use the regular camera mode. Personally, however, I like being able to see when macro mode is active and also having the option to turn it on and off myself. Open Settings, scroll down and tap on Camera. Then scroll to the photo capture section and look for macro control and turn it on. The next time you hold the camera close to a subject, the phone will still switch to macro mode on its own, but now a small flower icon is displayed, so you can see that the mode is active. If you want to turn it off, you can tap the icon to deactivate it, and if you tap it again, the macro function is reactivated. The next feature is new in iOS 26, and I actually think it's quite practical. But I can understand why some people might disagree. When you took a screenshot before updating to iOS 26, you would get a small preview at the bottom of the screen. If you tap the preview, you could edit your screenshot. But if you did nothing, it would disappear on its own and just be saved to your camera roll. You could also swipe it away immediately if you didn't want to wait. But in iOS 26, the editing mode opens right away as soon as you take a screenshot. This has the advantage that if you want to use the Apple Intelligence features available in iOS 26, you save a tap. But if you prefer the old way, you can fortunately easily get it back. Open Settings and tap on General, then carefully scroll down through the options and tap on Screen Capture. Here you need to deactivate the setting called Full Screen Previews. Once you've disabled this setting, the phone will work just like it did on iOS 18 and earlier. And while we're in here, there's another setting you might want to consider deactivating, unless you specifically want to save images of your CarPlay screen when you take a screenshot in the car. If this setting is active, it will save both an image of your iPhone screen and also an image of the CarPlay screen if you take a screenshot on your phone while it's connected to CarPlay. If you want to avoid that, just deactivate the setting called CarPlay Screenshots. If you use the Passwords app on your iPhone, you've probably also experienced that on some websites, Safari doesn't recognize the username or password fields correctly and therefore doesn't give you the option to autofill them. When that happens, your first impulse is probably to leave the website, open the Passwords app, and find the login information yourself so you can copy it to the website. But you don't actually have to do that. Instead, try holding your finger down on the username or email address field. When you do that, a number of options will appear, including autofill. Tap that and then select Passwords. This will take you directly to the list of your saved passwords, and if your iPhone recognizes which account you're trying to log in with, that password will be shown at the top. But if not, you can use the search field at the bottom, or you can scroll through the list manually. Once you've found the correct account, you tap on it and then on the username, and it will be automatically inserted on the website. In many cases, it will also automatically insert your password, but if not, you just have to repeat the same steps in the password field. That way, you don't have to leave the browser to find your login information. That's all for now. Do you want more tips and tricks for your iPhone? Then remember to subscribe to the channel, and if you want to know how to preserve your iPhone's battery health, then you should watch this video. You can also support my channel directly by buying me a cup of coffee, and otherwise, I'll just say, see you soon.